we're back with a part 2. Here we are kitbashing up another Kroot fiend and just hanging out in general while I slave away in the darkness of another night shift. Fuck my life. So on the first part there, we just basically got this guy built, like, you know, the base model part of him anyway. So what I'm going to be doing now is just building out the rest of them. I'm going to start with his back. I'm going to show you guys how I would do that. So all you need is a couple other parts from the kangaroo rider sprue. I'm not sure what these guys are called. So the first thing we need here, I don't know how well you guys can see that, is one of these. So these are the chest pieces for the riders. They're this just little simple armored chest piece. So we're going to just pop that guy out. No need to be neat and tidy about it. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to flip this around first of all. Oh, come on. There we go. So the whole bottom part below that cord, we're just going to basically cut that off so we just get like a nice rounded armor piece there. And then we're going to have to trim out a little bit from the back of it. And then basically this, if we can see here, is going to just kind of sit on there like that to make this saddle look more like a piece of armor on his back. We're going to do more with it than that, but that's the first part. You just need that piece off of it. Set that back up. We'll wait for see if anybody is up at this ungodly hour and wants to hang out. 2 little cuts just on either side. You get that off. Have to tidy up with the knife. Brand new, shiny, extra sharp knife. Perfect for these little details, and also slicing your thumb about 500 times. Okay, so that's done. So yeah, that is going to just sit right on top there. The first thing we're going to do is actually mix up a little bit of green stuff. I kind of fucked up because I don't have any water here, so if you see me licking my fingers, it's just to stop the green stuff from being sticky. I swear. Nothing nefarious going on here. Just need a little tiny bit. Just going to go ahead and mix that up. Oh, what a day. Oh, what a day. So the other thing we need here is all these riders had weird little like horned mask things. What I like to do is, so the first thing I do is put on that little armored piece on the top. Roll up the green stuff, I stick that in the bottom of it, and then just kind of mush it down on there. So then what you'll have is on the back, I don't know how well you can see that, there's a little opening there. That'll be filled in with green stuff, and then you can basically stick the horns right in there. And again, what that does is it's basically just kind of trying to disguise this saddle from looking like a saddle, because these guys don't have riders, they are fiends, they're not the secret cavalry that I made previously. So they're just supposed to be a creature all on their own, kind of fills the role of cavalry in the army, but isn't quite that. So there's that piece on there. You want it to be kind of centered. Actually, and I went and put it on backwards. What a fool. What a fool. It's my own design and I just messed it up. I did that, and then even worse, I don't even have my sculpting tool out. What am I doing? Ah! Just gonna kind of work that green stuff in. Also a little bit of a gap here that I needed to fill in anyway, so we can take a little bit of the extra and do that. My new thing is to just kind of not worry about the green stuff, because you can tidy it up so much after the fact if it's not perfect, and that is something that I was previously usually even too lazy to do that. And basically, like, once it was dry, it was done for me. But it's actually so easy to just go back and kind of trim things up a little bit, or take a file and smooth it down or whatever, that there's really no reason not to. So yeah, I just needed one of these little weird little horn pieces. I don't even know what these guys are called. I think it's a wind something. Yeah, so just trim those up. And then we don't need the faceplate at all, obviously, but we want to keep the horns attached. So we're just going to kind of cut off the face, but leave the top bit where it's attached, keeping it pretty small. And drop it. Sick. So then, hey Penguin, nice to see you. I'll be streaming a little bit longer this time, so you won't miss out. Flip it around here and show you what we're doing. This is the part where I just kind of try to disguise the saddle of these things so that it doesn't look like it's meant to have a rider. I'm gonna flip the camera around here, see if we can show you a little better. Sorry I'm late, but I can't see anything. Oh dear. How about now? Can you see that at all? I'm holding it very still. It should be clear. Oh, it was a you problem. Okay. Well, I am just like, just streaming this from my work on my phone, so. Yeah, so what I do, Penguin, just to cover up the saddle a little bit, is I take the chest piece from one of the riders, trim that down a bit, stick that on, and then I take one of their little headdress things and I trim that up and take the horns from it. Just kind of helps to break up the shape of the saddle a little bit. And then what I usually do is I take some green stuff and I make some ropes and I hang some things off the side here, just to make it look more like a piece of armor on his back and less like a saddle. It needs a little bit of tidying up, but that's kind of the idea. Put that back. There we go. Oh dear. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Working on anything tonight, Penguin? Or just hanging out? So sorry there has not been any streams as of late. Just been super busy with home stuff. I haven't really felt like it, and then my hobbying has been so like broken up lately in just little chunks. I haven't really had many times where I can just sit and do something for a bit. I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2. Nice. Nice, nice. Have you played the newest one yet? I know that's supposed to be very, very good. I played number 2. I haven't played the newest one. I know a lot of people like it. Just trimming some more little bits off that saddle. Helping it to not look so saddly. Oh, the newest one is 2. Oh, okay. Well, Well, shows how much of a pro gamer I am. I played the first one then. I have not played the newest one. I'm glad to hear that you think it's amazing. I've actually gotten recently. I've been playing a little bit more lately. I had been playing Total War Warhammer 2 quite a bit for a while. I just actually got back into Ark Survival Evolved. It's a really fun dinosaur slash monster slash really everything game. You build bases, you tame things. It's like a survival game, but with all that in there too. Pretty fun. No, Ark. I'm assuming that you play Ark and you've experienced the highs and lows of it. Man, that is a game that will. It gave me PTSD. Yeah, man, it is rough. I don't know if you've tapped into this as well, but because I'm mostly just playing single player, although I am gonna start playing with my brother soon. Over 300 hours. Yeah, it's easy to get sucked into that one. I changed the settings like crazy to make it, in my opinion, much more playable. Cause yeah, it like the base settings are ridiculous. Like as if I'm gonna spend like 8 hours just taming one creature. Like it's insane. So I've modified like the taming speed quite a bit, and I've also made it so that you don't have to spend quite as much time collecting resources and stuff. Also, after being killed by a bunch of Troodons, I think they were, I went ahead and greatly reduced the nighttime duration, because I'm just like, fuck that, I can't even see them. Little buggers. Straight up ruined my day. To make it fun. Yeah, I had to edit a lot of settings to make it fun and playable, but once it was fun, or now that it's fun, it is very fun. You still, like, there's so much danger in the world. It's ridiculous. Like, there's just so many things trying to kill you constantly, but I managed to make a pretty nice little base. I'm just playing on the base map just to kind of get my bearings, because I'm not used to playing on the PC yet. But I actually they have a really good deal right now. They've got a really good deal right now. It's like $28 for all the DLC or something crazy like that. So I went ahead and got all of it. So I'm going to play on some of these cool new maps where you can get like dragons and shit. And now you can like go to space and stuff and tame space whales, which pretty cool. I'll go ahead and flip the camera again and show you what I was just doing. Come on, camera. Flip. God damn you. Alright. Now I just went ahead and attached the head. Oh, and then I just went and busted those. There you go. Oop. There we go. Focus. There we go. Yeah, so I just attached the head. We've got the back well underway. I guess I'm going to add some like ropes and some dangly things, maybe some skulls or whatever. And then it'll be his hands. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to try to make these work. I kind of am leaning against no. I think they're just like a little bit too strange. I don't know if they really fit the model too well. But so if I'm not using these, I need to mix up some more green stuff, and then I need to go ahead and use my handy dandy molds that I brought. These are blue stuff molds, of course, and make some more duplicates of the Ripperdactyl feet that I have been using. And I really like these, and they've been working really, really well. They're super simple to make, super easy to use, and I think the Ripperdactyl feet are like the perfect feet for these guys, so I'll probably just do that. I just was kind of trying to avoid having to use up a whole bunch more green stuff because I'm almost out. But that's where we're at. What was that? Sorry, Val is my favorite map. I haven't played on Val yet. It does look really cool. I don't know if you've seen the newest one, which is the Lost Island. And it basically has like every single creature in it from all the DLCs, even like the space ones and stuff. So, what's your monthly green stuff bill? Not as much as you'd think, because I usually buy it 3 feet at a time, so it lasts a while. But as you can see, I've got this little nub, which like probably half of that would do the 2 sets of feet that I need. And then I've got another nub that's maybe slightly bigger. Yeah, the space map kind of freaks me out too, but I know I think it's Genesis 2, you just get the tech suit right off the bat. So I think that would be very helpful and make that better. Just real quick, I've got all these extra oh, I didn't even tell you the good news, Penguin. The good news. I got an amazing deal on I got 30 bloodletters for $40. 30 bloodletters for $40, and so that is all the Kroot demonettes that I'm gonna need for this army. So that'll put me at 40. So I've just got a huge bag of corn demon guys laying around waiting to be converted into more demonettes. But anyway, sorry, so I'm stealing the end off one of his horns, and that is going to be the spike on the end of the tail of this guy. I've kind of been giving them all a slightly different spike. I just have tons of things that can be used for that laying around. So go ahead and do that. Just going to glue it on, and then I'll straighten it out with a little blob of green stuff here later. Oh no! I didn't wait long enough. Yeah. There we go. You can see he's got a little hook claw thingy on his tail now. A little bit more appropriate than the fluffy kangaroo one that he had a minute ago. I like it when each model is a little different. Yeah, well, and I mean, this is an army of corrupted Kroot. So, I mean, there's two things there that should lend themselves to diversity, right? So, each of these guys is a little bit more strange than the last. I think that's good. But yeah, I do think that these particular Slanesh claws are maybe just a little bit... I really was gonna try to make them work, but I think it's... Maybe if I trim off the back thing, maybe I'll like the look of that better. I'm gonna go ahead and do that and just look at it, because I think this is throwing me off. It's got too much on it. Not sure where to cut it. There we go. Let me see here. The one issue I have with these models is that it would be pretty difficult to repose their arms, and because they're kangaroos, they're all kind of just doing like this sort of a pose. It'd be cool if I could have some like doing big slashes. Now that I just said that, I suppose I could do extra arms. So that could be an idea, maybe for the last one. I think too, down the road, I might end up doing a second unit of these guys as well. So that could be an idea for another time. Yeah, I don't know. I think that I do just like the other ones better. I'm really trying to make this work. Nope. I've decided it's gonna have to be the other ones. And I've just lost. I had a little extra bit of that green stuff I lost it. I thought it was stuck to this guy. Now it's disappeared. Interesting. Alright, well, I'm going to have to get to work making these molds, but they will be ready for my next break, more or less. So I'm going to have to go and mix up some of this green stuff, see how much we need. Try not to use too much. Oh, what are they in game? So these are fiends. So they are fiends of Slaanesh. Yeah. They're for the Kroot demon army, of course. And they are fiends. And I have 5 of them. So what's cool with these, and I love it when this happens, so every once in a while when you're kit bash and everything, you actually end up, like with the models you use, you end up saving money, which is nice. The fiends normally come in a box of 3. I don't remember how much they are, but say it was whatever it was. Say it was $60 for 3. These guys come in a unit of 5, and they're also for. They also were like $60, so it was like I got more for the same price. The only thing was that their bases were slightly smaller, even though the models are plenty big enough to be the fiends. The bases were a little bit, like one size smaller, so I just bought an extra set of bigger bases to put these guys on. And away we go. You've got like perfect fiend proxies for actually slightly cheaper. Now, obviously, if you want to add in the extra effort of making them, then it becomes a question of whether or not this is a worthwhile endeavor. But to me, it is. I think that's cool. I think I saw you say you weren't really sure what demon units do. The Slaanesh, the whole thing with Slaanesh is like they're really, 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 really crazy fast, and they're really good at killing infantry, and they're not so good at killing anything else. It's a lot of like strength 4, strength 5, high AP, lots of attacks, not a whole lot higher than that. Like you would struggle against a knight army or something like that probably. So these guys are crazy fast. They're crazy fast. They're kind of an annoying amount of wounds. I think they're like 4 wounds each. They are strength 5, but yeah, and that's kind of their whole thing. They're basically like a different cavalry. They're gonna run up the board. They're gonna YOLO into some infantry, maybe some heavier infantry. They could probably take on some marines, and then they'll die. Now the tough part is when you got all these molds is matching up the right ones, not mixing that up. So bear with me uno momento, por favor. Yep, that's right. Alright. I got my first ball here. Now this is where I'm gonna need some water because it sticks to your fingers as you're trying to push it in the mold, and then it doesn't work very good. So I'm gonna need to grab a little bit of water from over here.
Hey, change over perfume. And they're like, go get Tyler. And then I was like, what? Zach's here. Why aren't we asking him? But anyway.
Oh, you're so funny thinking Zach would come help.
Well, I don't know if you go down there or not, but we did a change over perfume, and we have a tri-fold UV light light or something. Alarm. So I was sent down to go get Tyler. So I went to get Tyler. But they can't fucking figure out what the hell's going on. Any idea? It's like when you open the trifold door, the light right on the inside of it, on the right-hand side, was like hanging out of the bottom of its casing.
I actually do think I know what that is. I'll come down and take a look. I think I actually do know that.
Okay. So is it that light or is it the light box that the trifold runs in front of? or that the wrapper runs in front of, going over the rollers.
It's kind of, I'd have to look at it to kind of explain it, but I think I know what it is. I'll come take a look real quick.
Okay.
Adios, peoples. I must go save the team.
Gotta go save the day.
Yes.